June 22nd, 2006, hot summer day, driving home from work. I was on my way home, had the windows down on a 2-lane highway. Right before I got to this lady that was waiting to make a left-hand turn, she decided to turn in front of me and stop in my lane. So I went off in the ditch around her, up and over the street that she was trying to turn on, and through a gravel parking lot to hit a large oak tree that was probably 4 or 5 feet around, head on, no seatbelt. I was just crying and yelling and screaming, and to be honest, I was cussing a lot. I was like, where's the blanket ambulance and all this other things, you know? And then I hear a voice, the only voice like an audible male deep voice that just says, remember who you are. I know it was God reminding me, because it came with this thought that I'm a Christian now. I should be praying, I should be asking for his help, and I wasn't. And so I sat there and I just said, like, probably the worst prayer ever, like, God, I just need your help, you know? I'm sorry, I don't know what to do. And it came with the second voice that was just like the first that said, you're not gonna die, and you're gonna make it through this thing. And it came with a peace that I can't describe. I had a broken right leg. It was a below the knee tib fib. It was broken both bones and coming out the skin, so it was a compound fracture of my right leg. I had a class 5 liver laceration, which is like taking a tomato and throwing it against the wall. I had a collapsed right lung that they had to reinflate. They had to do that surgery. I had to do it without pain medicine, without anesthesia. They wheeled me back. They strapped me to the bed. They literally strapped my hands, my wrists, my feet, my head. They gave me a bite stick, and they had to cut my leg open right here right where your hip comes together. And they orthoscopically cauterized my liver while I was wide awake. It was the worst experience of my entire life, times 10, as far as pain goes anyway. In the middle of it, I couldn't hold still. As you could imagine, the extreme amount of pain that I was in. I just was flailing and flopping and screaming and crying, and I didn't know what to do. You know, the doctor came down in the middle of the surgery and he whispered in my ear and he said, son, this has to hurt unimaginably bad, but if you don't hold still, you will be dead in minutes on this table. I'm like, man, I don't know what to do. You know, like, I can't hold still. It hurts too bad. He's like, well, you've got to find a place. And the only thing I need to do is to close my eyes and pray. And so I closed my eyes and I say in the same crappy prayer that I probably said in the grass, you know, just, God, I need your help. I don't know what to do. I'm struggling through this, you know? And I remember saying all the prayer. I remember saying amen. And I asked the doctor, I'm like, that's all I got, man. I can't hold still anymore. He's like, well, you did it. You're gonna make it. I had to, again, relearn to walk, relearn to eat. I wouldn't wish what I went through on my worst enemy. But God is so good, you know? It's the best and worst thing that's ever happened to me in my whole life. I wouldn't be who I am without it, but I wish I could rewind time and skip it, you know? God's faithful through every single hard time. I mean, I don't go to the doctor still. I am not on medicine. I walk, I jump, I run, I play with my kids, I have a normal life. My leg is healed. They thought they were gonna amputate it, but I walk. They thought I was gonna die, but I live. God's good. It wasn't because I'm special, it's because he's special. And I know hopefully he's got some plans for me, and I'm not gonna waste all this, you know, but know that when you're in a deep, dark time, God's there. He's there through worship, he's there through prayer, he's there in your heart, he's there when you're cussing in the grass. You know what I mean? Like, he knows who you are. He's ready to remind you who you are.